Hey everyone! Ever seen a bicycle with a comfy chair on the back? That's a rickshaw! It's like a mini Uber rides powered by leg muscles instead of an engine. They've been around for ages, carrying people through bustling streets in many parts of the world, and today we're getting ready to hit the streets in style. We're building a mini robot version that zooms around just like the real thing. Welcome back to Nosey Learner, where curiosity never sleeps. To make our little guy zoom, we'll need DC motor, skewers for support, straws, not for sipping, but for pure robotic ingenuity, popsicle sticks, the pillars of our creation, and finally, toy wheels. Because who wants a robot rickshaw that can't roll? First things first, let's get those wheels rolling. Grab a skewer, no need for controlling the length, just snap it in half. Now, glue one wheel to our skewer so tight, it won't budge in a robot rickshaw fight. Next, grab a straw, slide it onto the skewer, right next to the wheel. Finally, pop the other wheel onto the other end of the skewer and glue it down. A mini taxi axle with a built-in straw for super smooth rides. Our mini taxi wheels are looking good, but how will our robot pull this thing? We need some straw power. Grab a straw, snip it in half like a tiny superhero cape, and glue it to the straw already on the axle. These will be the robot's pulling shafts, helping our rickshaw conquer any path. Now it's time to give our robot passenger a comfy spot to ride. Grab those popsicle sticks, snip them in half, nice and neat. Side by side, we glue these popsicle sticks, creating a flat and fantastic seat. Don't forget to repeat this trickery for a terrific backrest. It's time to bring all the parts of the rickshaw seating together. Seat meets backrest, with the arm support adding a delightful side comfort. And there you have it, the complete rickshaw seating set. With perfect comfort and support, this rickshaw ride is guaranteed to get a 5-star rating from even the pickiest passenger. Now, we need to create miniature components for the Robo Rickshaw's body. Grab a popsicle stick and cut it into tiny pieces, about 2 centimeters each, which is roughly the width of 2 paper clips. We need to connect these popsicle stick components to the DC motor shaft. First, we need to mark the exact spot where the popsicle stick will connect to the motor shaft. Next, we need another mark nearby, just the right size for a toothpick. Now, with a very precise tool, we need to create a tiny hole in each marked spot. Oops! We hit a tiny snag. No drill on hand. But hey, a nosy learner is a resourceful learner, right? So let's look around and find a tool that could do the trick. This little guy will help us to make small holes. But remember, safety is important, so always ask for help if you're not sure. We need to create tiny holes in these popsicle sticks to connect them to the motor shaft. We've got those tiny holes started, but now we need to make them a little bigger to fit our connections perfectly. Whoops! Looks like making those holes a bit bigger might be causing some cracks in our popsicle sticks. Let's try a different approach. Maybe this handy bottle cap can help us. Next step, connecting these sticks to the motor shaft. But here's the secret. One stick should point upwards and the other downwards. This up and down motion will be key to making our mini robot rickshaw have a smooth ride. Grab a straw and cut it into tiny pieces. Now make 2 tiny holes in these popsicle sticks. Let's thread this toothpick through the hole in the DC motor, like a miniature skewer. Then, we can slide a tiny straw piece onto the toothpick for added support. Finally, our popsicle stick with the 2 holes gets to join the team, sliding onto the toothpick as well. If there are any tiny bits sticking out, we can carefully trim them away with scissors. Grab your toothpicks and chop them down to size, just like miniature lumber for our robot. Take one of these tiny toothpick pieces and gently insert it into one of the holes in the popsicle stick. Repeat this for the other hole. Now we need to connect these popsicle sticks to create the legs for our mini robot rickshaw. We'll use a marker to create a blueprint of exactly where we want the toothpicks to connect to this popsicle stick, which will be a leg.
Now make 2 tiny holes in these popsicle sticks.
Carefully slide the popsicle stick onto the toothpick through the hole we made earlier. This will be one leg of our robot. Repeat this step to create another leg. Almost there! Our mini robot is almost ready to pull the rickshaw, but they need to work together. We're going to connect the rickshaw's shaft to the robot's body. This rickshaw shaft will act like a docking station. We'll carefully attach it to the robot's body, allowing them to work together as a team and zoom around. Now it's time to give our mini robot rickshaw some power. These wires will be the tiny fuel lines for our DC motor. We'll carefully connect the wires to the motor. Then, we'll thread the wires through the straw shaft, making sure the other end reaches the back of the cart. This will allow us to connect the power source later. Next, secure the switch to the back of the cart. This will be our on-off button. Then, we'll connect the DC motor to the switch and the batteries. This will create the power circuit that will bring our robot rickshaw to life. Our mini robot needs a head to match its awesome personality. We can use a small ball or something fun-shaped and then get creative with some markers to draw some funny eyes and a mouth. It seems like our robot needs handy-dandy arms to pull this rickshaw. But hold on! Robots are full of surprises. We won't need regular arms. These popsicle sticks will act as arms. One end will be glued to the robot's body, and the other end will connect to a skewer. Finally, we'll attach the skewer to the rickshaw to show how our clever robot can pull the cart. Our mini robot rickshaw is complete, and now it's time to see if it can actually pull the cart. Oh no! Is our super strong robot having a slip-up? Those popsicle stick shoes are a little too smooth for pulling the cart. Maybe we can try adding some grip to the popsicle sticks. Yes, Nosey learners, we did it! Our mini robot rickshaw is like a tiny superhero, pulling that cart with ease. This is just the beginning, though. In the future, we can try different challenges for our mini robot rickshaw. Maybe we can build a mini obstacle course for it to navigate indoors, or add lights, or a tiny bell. The possibilities are endless. What cool features would you add to our mini robot rickshaw? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more fun DIY projects. See you next time!